Well, there goes my last shot. I'm not going to self-destruct for this, so I'm instead going to get myself out to A, and I'm going to cap. I think my team's got this pretty easily anyways. Can I get myself through here? Uh-oh. I can't! No! Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode of Crossout with me, Spacefish, and welcome back to our build. Now, if you'll remember, we kind of left off in the last episode with a few improvements done to the build. So I've got a few of these walls up front here. I've kind of like made the build a bit longer just to accompany like a few more wheels, which, you know, maybe we will end up moving about the place this episode, I'm not quite sure. And I've finally got another cannon on top, and we've also got a new PvE build now that I have not had a chance to try out with you all just yet. So that's definitely on the list for this episode. But what I think I also want to start taking care of is actually getting these explosives into the actual frame, just to kind of shield them off a bit better. As you can see up here, I'm not quite yet at the money needed for the ammo packs, but once I get those, I do also need to kind of stow those away somewhere from sight and, you know, try and get them into the frame. So I think I may as well just start doing things now, you know, so I've got like a base to work with, and then, you know, once we start stacking up more explosive, we'll just work toward that ever more. So I will kind of have to pull a few of these things apart, I do think, because what we will need to do is we'll probably need to move the chassis up so we can actually access the space below it. And then, well, once the chassis is moved up, we'll just put the explosives down below, and then we'll kind of try and put it back on top. At least that's the way that I've kind of, well, seen people do it so far. So that's what we are going to try. And holy moly, this is a lot of parts. I hope we're going to get some more of these truck doors so I can just put them in front of here instead of having to have like 15 bajillion separate parts. But for now, yeah, the wheels are in the way, so that's not a great start. I will just kind of try and... Can I just put them aside, please? Yeah, I'm just going to put them next to like where they have been previously, so I'll kind of, you know, hopefully have a clue of where to put them back on later on. And then this thing will be going all the way up front for the time being. So what we will now be doing, and this is going to be a hard one and I'm not actually sure. I think I'll firstly connect these things up with more frames on the outside so that we don't like lose the whole connection. So I'll just be doing something like this, in theory. Yup. I think that should keep those frames connected even if I remove the central one right here. And then the question kind of starts to be, I think we need to put this out of the way as well. And you can already see this is going to be kind of a bigger instance in this video today. So I would kind of need to move the cabin a bit further up, I think. And I obviously don't want to totally disconnect it or something. So, well, the idea here being that I actually make some space. If I can put it on here, which we can, you know, now we can actually perfectly access this stuff. And I'm going to try and connect these things up a bit more, you know, so we don't lose the actual connection. Okay, so these two frames are the ones that the cabin sits on as far as I am aware. So those will go, and then we'll need some space in between the frames. So what we will be doing here is we will instead try and pull some frames. This one's actually kind of nice, but I only have one of them. Is this the other one? No, it's not. No, I've got two of them. I don't know why I'm saying that. Okay, so I could be doing something like that for a start, where I get the 1x8 frames. Where's the other one at now? Here. Okay. Where I get the 1x8 frames, and then I kind of... yeah, see, that's already an issue. Was it? I think it's just attached there. Yeah, okay, so something like that. And then, you know, maybe I can kind of expand the frame around the outside a bit more with some more of these thinner frames. I'm not quite sure. I would kind of prefer... I could do this with 2x4s too. Question being, how do they differ in durability? 2x4s give me 24 points, 90% damage let through. 24 points, 90% damage let through. 72 points. Yeah, so it's kind of The thing is, I would kind of prefer to have some that are like 2 wide and 8 long. But then again, how much space do I really need for this? That's probably a question that I should start to ask first here. Like, if I do this, is it only 2 wide? Come on, what the heck? Oh my god. Please, just turn over. Thank you. No, that's not the way that I wanted it to be. And my other computer's just going off in the background. So yeah, it's the generator's always 3 wide, which is kind of slightly annoying, I'll have to say. I mean, alternatively, you know, I mean, that doesn't... So yeah, I kind of need the space in here, to be honest, so I would just need to expand the frames around the outside, I feel like, because this generator, we're not hiding that away somewhere else. Like, these things were kind of hidden in the wheel wells so far off the cabin, so maybe we can keep this one hidden in the wheel well, because the thing is, I'm not quite sure how much space I'm going to need for the ammo, right? And I do feel that the wheel wells that we had out here did offer a good bunch of protection with the side walls. Now for the big fuel tank, it's a bit of an issue because it does stick out. For the small fuel tank, it doesn't really. So the question kind of is, how much space would we need for any sort of ammo pack? Because as far as I'm aware, yeah, we don't have any, so we can't quite test it out. Maybe I'm just going to keep it to generator only down there for the time being. And then I'm just gonna try and see when we have the ammo pack what else we stash down there. I think that's the plan for now. So let's get this back into its old original position. Just like that. And you can see down here, see, like, it's sort of covered, but it's really not totally covered. Well, that fuel barrel, like, it's nicely tucked away in there. So, big bunch of a difference right there, most definitely. Now, we do have these things out here. I'm just going to leave them like this for the time being. I think that we've got this connection, which I can kind of get rid of. So let's do that. And we could get rid of this thing. I think I'm going to get rid of it as well for the time being, but probably something to actually work on here. So I kind of want to thicken that a bit more, I feel, like the actual frame setup. For the time being, I'm actually going to get these things on here again though, so let's just do that real quick, like this. Very nice. Okay, and then, you know, we will get these. I think these, no wait, are, oh, okay, perfect. So these things were added on, so those we don't need anymore. Before I put those walls on, I'm going to put the fender back on, which kind of seems to be the wrong way around to me. Isn't it this way that needs to be on? No, I think that way it doesn't stick on, does it? Yep. Okay. Kind of weird. Looks like it's the wrong way around, doesn't it? Kind of confusing, but okay, that's the way that it is. We will put these walls back on here. Just like that now. Perfect. Actually, not quite perfect. Let me adjust that if I can. Please. Thank you. And we'll do the same with the other wall. Have them nice and central. We'll put our guns back on, and now we've got... Actually... I don't think... Did I place this perfectly? Let me... Can we just lift this up a bit more? No, we can't. Let me get the gun back on, and then, you know... We'll actually see things again, so let's try and do that for the time being. Gonna place those guns back on there. And then, so I've got the generator out here, which is covered by the cabin. I think I actually need to redo this slightly, don't I? Oh. Okay, so the cabin is sitting a bit further back than I originally thought it was. I actually need to replace this frame out here and the frame that was there, and this has to be 6x4 still. So that's a bit of an issue, but I'm thinking we may be able... to fix that from the undercarriage down here. So let's try and just quickly fix that again here. So how will we do this? Now this, wait, no, God, the camera. Okay, so this frame is gonna go, this thing is also temporarily gonna go. So what I'll need to do is I'll need 2 of these things here. Oh my God. Okay, 2, yeah. That's not enough though, holy moly, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna need 3 of these things then, just to connect the frames up properly. Just like that. And then I need to kind of get rid of this thing again, and that thing. I mean, I can move that thing about the place, so I guess I'm going to get rid of that frame first, and something was not connected. Great. What's not connected up right here? This frame's connected to that frame. Oh, does that cabin sit on top of that frame? This is an issue. I don't want to pick the whole thing apart again just because the frame alignment is bad. I don't quite feel I have the solution for this one right now. Okay, say I was to actually remove this thing and move that frame back. Will it connect everything up again? Let me see. Nope, it won't. Why will it not? Kind of feel it's like disconnected once, disconnected forever. So that's a bit of an issue. What are we gonna do about that? I really don't want to pick the whole thing apart. I think we are just gonna move that back later then. Just gonna keep it in this design for the time being. You know, gonna get something going today. And wait, is this the steerable wheel? Is the other one not steerable, or are both steerable? Oh, both are steerable. Okay. Not quite sure that makes that much sense, to be honest. Could probably have these be non-steerable. And, you know, have a bit more performance through that, and only have like 2 sets of steerable wheels on here. Okay. Weird, but okay. So yeah, I mean, at least we've got the generator placed down there already, so that's, you know, a start. Got some explosives hidden away, but yeah, like this thing definitely needs to be redone somewhat. So that needs to move back, and like the 2x4 goes here instead, because obviously we've got no explosives that we need to hide here. We actually need to hide them back there where we actually still have a frame left. So gonna rework that a bit more in the future, but for the time being, generator hidden away, that was a big part that stuck out back here, and you know, the fuel tank. I'm probably gonna place it down there too. But I'll have to see how much space I need for the ammo packs, because if I need a lot of space for the ammo packs, I may actually rather want to have the fuel tank here instead of the ammo packs, because the fuel tank I can at least halfway hide away in the wheel well. So let's see about that. Let's see. But okay, so that is a bit of a start right there then. Actually, what I can get rid of still though, because that will just only really work to worsen performance for us out here, is I'm going to get rid of those 2 1x6s. That's not going to help us out at all, and got another 1x6 out here, so got to get rid of that too. And redo the wheels, and you know, that at least, you know, gets it back to a somewhat usable state for the time being. So let me go and overwrite that blueprint. And now if you'll remember, we also made this blueprint out here in the last episode, and you know, I didn't test it out with you all yet, so I would very much like to do that. But before that, actually, well, firstly, let's assemble it, and second, I already got feedback from you all down below in the comments, so thanks a lot for that, as always, that I can just put these things upside down. I was like, wow, I don't even know. I don't know why I didn't think of that myself, but it's obviously a great option, so that's absolutely what we will be doing here. Now, the question is, I think I need to keep it this way up, right? Because if I do put it upside down, I don't have any proper attachment points, so I think I would be leaving it like that and then just putting the gun upside down below that. If I missed anything about the idea, you know, let me know. But I think, That's kind of the better option, and then that way we shouldn't have any more issues with tilting the gun down, I hope. Let's see about it, but I hope that will be the case. So that's awesome. Let's check the alignment on these things. It does look kind of good. I think that's good. And let's maybe go for a quick test drive. However, I did that again. I think I did it from here, didn't I? Yup. Okay, so let's see how that one works now. I mean, obviously we can't tilt it up that far anymore, but I think that's more than sufficient. And we can get the guns all the way down. Well, not quite all the way, but like way further than we used to be able to. And like, even if you have a drill boy back there or something, we can still hit him. So that's awesome. And, you know, we can hit all these things easily. Up, down, everywhere. Good stuff. I think that's great. I really, really like it. Okay, cool. So that is going to be the new little change to that vehicle as well then, you know, just a slight bit of on-top optimization. And let's go and actually save that down here too. I still haven't named these things. I really, really need to. But okay, that's great. With that said, I think it is time for some PvE then. And, well, I think we are probably going to search somewhere down here. I'm pretty sure I was told to do patrol once or so as well. Did already try that out. I'm not sure. I didn't really get too much stuff from it, so I'm really not quite sure if it is that worthwhile for me. Maybe it's something else. I'll have to check back on that, but for the time being, we'll just randomly pick one out of here that somehow seems to be not forever. So, you know, we can just have a little bit of a test case with this thing. So this secretly capture the tower and steal the fuel. It's kind of long, I think. What else do we have? Let me just get one picked, and then I'll be back with you when we're in game. All right, and here we are. So I went for, what was the mission called? Something with data. I think data theft or something. So that's what we're going for here, and we are supposed to capture something, I think. So it is actually a capture mission. Let's see about how good or bad this thing is going to do, though. That's going to be the main part for me. So far, not really too much things to shoot at, so... Oh, somewhere out there. That doesn't look to be hittable to me right now. Okay. Generator captured. Now we need to protect something and we'll get attacks in waves. Okay, so that's not too bad. I think still probably a lot better than these random escort missions, so I am pretty happy with that. Question here. Oh, I think my tower is just not quite high enough to actually peak above that. That would have been great. I would have loved that, absolutely. But that does not seem like a possibility, and it does also seem like all the enemies are trying to avoid me right now, interestingly enough. But yeah, very nice, very nice. I am hitting all the things as intended. I feel like I'm doing a lot of damage, and you know, I'm not ammo dependent or anything, so that is pretty awesome. Now, you know, if I also would hit things, even better. But yeah, looking pretty decent overall. I'm kind of wondering, why does only one of the guns accumulate heat while the other is absolutely... Oh, now it's kind of aligned, okay. It was kind of weird. Maybe it was just because one of the guns was still turning or so. Does look like we need to go for a new generator already. Okay. Let's move. Let's go and get ourselves out there and hopefully capture that soon as well. But yeah, overall pretty happy with the vehicle design. I feel like I've got absolutely no heat issues anymore with the two radiators. Like, I can just shoot forever, so like pretty much till one of these dudes is dead. And then, you know, eventually I'll need a new... Well, I will need to actually... What? No. Yeah. Go away. But yeah, eventually I will obviously need to kind of take care of heat, but it feels like that rarely ever happens, so I am overall pretty happy with that. Two of these radiators really does a lot of stuff for me, and then I mean, other than that, like there really wasn't too much to improve on. I mean, I was also told actually that I probably don't even need these blast walls against against NPCs, because they do not really do AoE damage except for like a few ones, so it's probably not even worth it. So maybe we can get rid of that, you know, save some weight, actually be a bit faster instead. Would probably be a good option too, but overall I think we did, other than like the whole ammo and overheating thing and differing weapons and not being able, so it was all more like a weapons topic around this build, you know, actually getting the sorry for that one, actually getting the weaponization of this thing to work properly as intended, I think was always kinda the biggest topic for this build. And well, now as you can see, I'm having next to no issues with it anymore, so I am pretty happy with it. And I mean, you all know we literally never took damage in this thing, so I think we're pretty good on the whole survivability side of things with it as well. At least for the current power score that we're at, I think it's a pretty decent all-rounder. So yeah, really happy with that. I hope you all like it as well, and I'm definitely going to be using it more to grind some mads. That said, I'm still not actually quite clear if I'm actually like money-wise, so like money for time spent, if it even is kind of worth it for me going for PvE stuff, or if I may as well just go for PvP stuff instead and, you know, take the extra fuel and make some more money off that. I think in the end it's probably not even too big a difference anyways, but it does make for a nice change, and I do have to say I overall enjoy the build, so yeah, great stuff. Also, really happy, I have to say, that I went with this tower design, so thanks a lot for that suggestion. I think it does work out pretty nicely for me, especially now with the upside down tilted guns, you know, no issues left with these rapiers, and they, like, I don't know, they don't seem to have any big disadvantages for me anymore that way, so that's absolutely great. That said, let's go kind of protect this tower before they blab it to pieces if we can. Okay, somebody behind me. No, no more. Okay. Well. Oh, is there somebody out there still? Whoopsie. But yeah, I mean, honestly, this mission is pretty easy? I don't know. It feels like maybe the build has just come such a long way that it's not really hard for me anymore. I mean, with the old build, it was, of course, always a big struggle with, like, actually having ammo and stuff, so that kind of adds to it, I suppose. But yeah, overall, I don't know. Overall, it does feel very easy at the moment, so I think we've kind of optimized a lot of the builds, so that's great. That is certainly pretty nice. That said, let's concentrate on blapping the last few of these dudes here. And, you know, get abducted by a teammate, what the heck? Okay, nice. One dude left out here. Cool. And it seems there's even another wave coming, which is kind of mad. This thing is taking me longer than I thought it was going to. Ah, teammates sometimes. God damn it. Okay, I'm gonna chase that dude. Actually, I'm kind of wondering, right? I think there's maybe like a small thing I can improve out here. Being that, it feels like the guns always only turn into one direction, right? So they don't turn through the left. See, they always turn right if I do something like this. So what it kind of feels like is that maybe if I turn, like if I put the guns one further out to the right or left respectively, maybe they can actually start turning in both directions. So maybe, oh, let's get rid of the drones. Maybe that is actually going to be worth it. Oh yeah, these drones hurt. These drones do actually hurt, so, you know, if we could get rid of those, that would be great. Thank you. Bye, drones. Huh? That's actually the first time in ages that I actually took damage from something like that. So very interesting, but there goes the boss already, so really not that big a deal. And it looks like we're done with the raid, so that is very awesome. Very happy indeed. Good bunch of copper, few of these coupons, and, well, we can get some rewards from engineers from those, which I never read that, but somebody let me know down below in the YouTube comments there. Thanks a lot for that too. That said, with the PvE build tested out, I think you guys probably want to see some PvP as well, so we're just going to take a quick chance at that too. We're going to go for get the scrap metal as always, going to get ourselves into a game. Actually, what I was kind of just thinking, right, you can also get wires, of course, right, so maybe it's actually worth checking out if wires are going to go for a bit bigger of a reward, and it kind of looks like that is actually the case. Now the question would obviously be, how many more wires do you get as opposed to scrap metal? So maybe, if somebody of you knows, let me know down below in the comments. I would certainly be interested if it is actually worth going for the wire PvP battles instead of the scrap metal ones, or if in the end, you know, you get more scrap metal for the scrap metal battles, so like in the end it's kind of equal monetarily. Not quite sure about that, but you know, it would certainly be great to know. Other than that, let's go and get ourselves into the build. I did not pay attention to power scores. Does look like we're kind of on the lower end here, so, well, not quite the lowest end, more like the middle ground. But let's see what we can do with our two big judges. I do by now, honestly. Thank you. Well, that helps. But I do kind of try and focus on actual players instead of bots, you know, if I can hit them, which is, you know, obviously not quite always the case. Go away, bots. But yeah, then again, if you find a bot like that, that is kind of really annoying, maybe not as much, but yeah, I'm kind of trying to focus on players a bit more than anything here, if I can do so. So, whoa, holy moly, just flipped him over with my shot. I mean, that works. Looks like we're overall doing quite nicely, so that's great news right there. I am very happy with that. I do also still have a good bunch of ammo, which, you know, without an ammo pack is never too usually the case, so great to see. And that dude had a massive gun on there. I'm pretty sure that was a bigger size than a judge, so... Well, there goes my last shot. I'm not going to self-destruct for this, so I'm instead going to get myself out to A, and I'm going to cap. I think my team's got this pretty easily anyways. Can I get myself through here? Uh-oh. I can't! No! Okay. Interesting. Good to know. I don't know. It obviously looked very green. So I was kind of like, do I really want to do this? And obviously I didn't. But, you know, good to know. Don't drive into these lakes. Ah, what a fail. Okay, well, anyways, only one last dude up that is burning. Now, the question being, does any of my teammates still have guns, or what's going to be the deal here? Like, please tell me one of you dudes has guns still. Hello? Nobody has guns. It looks like this dude... Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. So, there we go then. That battle is also won despite my kind of miserable failure right there. And with that said, I think I'm going to end the episode right here. So, a few improvements made. Definitely a good bunch to go still with, like, packing the explosives into the middle. And we're certainly going to explore that a bit more next episode when I finally, hopefully, have some ammo packs to work with. But for the time being, I'm going to end it... sorry for that one. I'm going to end it off right here. I do hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button down below. That does always very much help out the channel if you're new around here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button right down below, as well as the bell icon right next to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. That said, as always, thank you all very much for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.